It's not rocket science. Just need three things from them. Clear their basics. Secondly, about at least good DSA. Thirdly is that how to communicate. If these things are clear, any company would hire you, and at a very high package.
Hi guys, welcome back. This is Sneha this side with another industry expert. I'm glad to introduce you all to Mr. Dhruv Aggarwal, who is Senior Analyst at HCLTech. So hi Dhruv, thank you so much for giving us your time, especially on Saturday, and coming to the campus and interacting with our students. Before we go ahead with any of the questions, I would want you to give us a short or a brief introduction of your journey till you've come to this stage of being a senior analyst.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me on the campus. It's been a beautiful journey working with HCLTech and being a speaker right now and giving my knowledge, sharing my knowledge to students of yours. And they have been really being knowledgeable, like what I have feel that. So I have started studying Java Cloud in my first year of college. So the things to learn and the urge to learn things in a rapid way, that has been my thinking since my first year. So that brought me into the cloud technologies, AWS cloud, GCP cloud, everything into that. I dived deeply into that since my second year. That curious mind of mine has been a forceful power to learn many things at once. So from the first year of my college, I learned cloud. From second year of college, I applied through internships using that technologies that I have learned, focusing on Java first of all, because foundations are really necessary to build for the base of computer science. Then I learned networking, how the network works. Parallelly, college was going on, right? In my third year and fourth year, I applied to companies. I did internships. The focus was to be successful and to be able to manage products that various people use, and to learn and share what I have learned during my college. Then after college, I joined HCLTech. I worked with HCLTech, and now I am a senior analyst. I'm working with clients from all over the world, from ranging from US, America, Canada, Europe, Sri Lanka, APAC regions, and ranging from various sectors like finance sectors, automobile sectors. So I understand what industry demands, how the code should work, what requirements they need, and how to solve that. So putting all the knowledge all together brought me confidence how to work with clients and which tools and technology should be used for a specific requirement.
So I would want to know, like, so far you have so many experience, you've developed so many skills within yourself. So was it something that your college helped you out, or was it because you were so curious to develop yourself that you had to take these steps on your own?
Okay, that's a really great question. So as you know, I just passed out from after the college, after the COVID itself, right? It was a year of around 2022. Due to lockdown, we were, the college classes were held from home. So we were learning online. So the so-called online classes made us a distance from the college. So college, I would say, didn't help much. It was a curious mind of mine, and I would say most students, which were the batchmates of mine, to learn everything on their own and have to be successful. So that was me itself. So I searched what was the path of mine to search. I searched on LinkedIn what the tools and technologies are in demand. I searched for people, for mentors who can guide me how to break that code, how to break that path, and how to be successful. So if you have the urge to learn, you will find ways. So that was the code that was, really ingrained in my mind, and that took me, joining different companies, working remotely, working as a technical intern, working as a data science intern, switching between industries, switching between jobs. But IT demands your assistance, your urge to learn things. So that has been the key role of mine.
Okay. And you interacted with these first year students of ours, and you've been to the campus for the first time. How is the aura of the campus? How is the aura of the students that you interacted with?
Okay. So I visited the campus just right now, and the aura is really, really mesmerizing. Why? I would say because from the first year, they already know what is cloud. Like when I was in my first year, I'm just comparing myself with them. Obviously, there is no comparison. We should not compare that. but I compare myself with them. I was not knowing what the hell is cloud and what the hell is on-prem. They at least know what the hell is cloud. Breaking that stereotype, they also know many technologies that new generation or experienced people doesn't know that. Secondly, what I observed is that you have specifically managed to enroll students into different programs and building their profile. Building the GitHub profile is the first thing that I saw, and they all have the GitHub profile. That is really interesting. Like when I compare myself to them, I got to know about GitHub from my second year onwards. I created my profile in first year, but I actively contributed from second year. They're contributing from first year. They know Git. They know how to generate a pull request, how to push a code. So that will ignite a fire into their mind to be successful and be placed into a good company.
We've made it sure that GitHub and LinkedIn is something a part of the syllabus itself, because we've made it in a way that okay, until and unless you don't maintain it, you won't be getting a marks. So we made it in a way ki marks chahiye, you will have to maintain all these things, and it is very important. At least after 4 years, they can showcase what they have done practically.
Correct. That's really necessary, because what I've seen is that resume has been replaced by profiles. By profiles, I do not mean LinkedIn profile only. All the social media profiles, like Medium profile for your writing samples, Geeks profile for your writing and for your code submissions, Stack Overflow profile. Why? Because how many issues you're solving and how many people are voting your answers. LinkedIn profile is, of course, how much you're interacting with people, how many followers do you have, and what content you are posting, how many certifications you have done, and what experience do you have. And everything else comes secondly.
As we have also made it sure that in the 4th year, they can choose specializations. Now, currently, AI, ML, data science, cybersecurity, Web3, that is blockchain, and augmented reality, virtual reality, how they are into trending. So we've made it a part that in the 4th year, they can choose this and go ahead with it. So according to you, is there any other specialization that we should be adding, or students can get into these, especially the ones that is trending?
Okay. What I believe is that the specialization that you're offering right now, Web3, blockchain, that you have mentioned, AI, ML, this should be the base. Like what I believe is that if your base knowledge is not clear, you won't be able to migrate to a new technology, because base always remains the same. Technology comes and changes. Like for the ITSM perspective, you might have heard the tool ServiceNow, right? So ServiceNow is really booming right now, but in the future, any other tool can come. Similarly, the technology like LLMs are there. OpenAI, every other company is generating, building, and developing code using LLMs. So the basics should be clear. Your 4th year offering into the 4th year when the students are coming, base would get cleared. Upon that, if you add any generative AI course and technology that is booming right now and that will boom within 2 years, that can be added into their course. What I would suggest is that rather than adding, just give them the laptop to play with that. They will eventually learn.
As you've been through the program structure that I showed you, if you would have the opportunity to study in such kind of, with such kind of structured program, so what would you be doing? Like, would you be doing it at least in your days, like as a university, say?
So yeah, obviously, if I got the opportunity into something similar structure, of course, if that would be offered in my university or college that time, I would have obviously been the part of that. Why? Because your GitHub profile is being made from first year. You have mentors to guide you, you have seniors to guide you. Your senior leadership director is forcing you to do these things. He or she wants you to be successful. Secondly, you have given the opportunity in 4th year to choose a specialization that is really in demand and that will get you placed. By placed, I don't mean that a job itself, but your mind will be into the new things that are booming in the industry. Third thing is that you will get the environment. People, network, everything are solely deepening their values, their knowledge into a single thing. So by being with the 5 people around you, you will get much more smarter and you will be able to solve problems. So obviously, if these things would be offered during my time, I would obviously have chosen that.
Coming to the networking part, we have made it sure that there are many industry conference meetups going on. Like recently, we had Mumbai Tech. Students have to mandatorily go over there, and then over there, when they get to meet so many professionals, they can start networking. So again, this is the first year thing that we've inbuilt into them. So I want to know, do you really think networking gives them a boost, especially in professional level?
Yes. So this is a really great question. People do assume that networking is just useless thing. We should rely only on colleges, only on campus placements, only on people that we know. We don't need to expand our network. That is really bullshit, I would say. Why? Because I personally have been to conferences my college didn't held, my university didn't held. I have registered going onto their web links, searching that even if I have to pay. For big companies, they host their conferences, they invite us to be a part of that meetup, have conversation with their product leaders, directors, CTOs. And if you have a conversation with them, you learn a lot. Like, it's simple strategy. What I would say is that you learn what's the product is coming in the market, you learn their strategy, you learn their roadmap. 3 months, 6 months roadmap that a company is focusing on. Secondly, you meet their team. If you get their contact, or if you get to know what things they are working on, they can be a future point of contact and they can get you hired into their company. You can share your GitHub profile to them. Third thing is that when you eat with the people, like-minded people, you get to know what people are working on, which tool and technology is in demand, which tool and technology will expose of, right? So what I believe is that network is your net worth, right? So build your network even if you don't know anyone. Find a mentor, build your network. You need only one, I would say, good person in your network who would get you placed or just get a good job of yours into his or a different company.
Over here, we do the same thing. As you mentioned, your college didn't focus much on networking part. Over here, we've made it sure that when we send these students, the tickets are distributed from our side. So we directly get them all the tickets, all the passes. We are giving you, y'all go. Opportunity सब दी जा रही है आपको, grab it, परोस के दिया जा रहा है, आप लेके जाओ. So that thing we are doing over here. I want to know, like, you are at such a big company. HCLTech is one of the biggest companies. So I want to know how these students can crack their interviews or get into such top companies, especially after their 4 years, because after 4 years you are at this level. How can they do it?
Okay, so it's not that difficult. It's not like rocket science. What I have done, it's not rocket science. I'm also human. Like, just need 3 things from them. Clear their basics. Any basics would work, right? I'm not saying only for computer science or only for networking. Like, they need to get their basics cleared, how the things work, get their theory done. Secondly, what I would say, if they're applying for a programming role, they should at least know DSA. I'm not saying they should know advanced DSA like stack, queues, linked list, trees, binary trees. They should at least know the basics, how the things work. They should know how to run a program, because if they are setting up any organization, a big company like ours, the interviewer will ask questions on that. Thirdly is that they should improve their skills, how to communicate and how to express their thoughts. Communication is a key. Why? Because if you don't know how to communicate your solution to the interviewer or any person of your known, if you're not able to express your thoughts, your answer, if you are correct, he or she will not be able to understand that. And in multinational companies, you work for their clients and you work internally. So your English should be at the topmost level. Your communication skills are judged. So focus on 3 things. Basics, gets your basics cleared, gets your DSA cleaned. By clean, I mean that perfect. Why? Because if you are applying for coding role. Third thing is that get your speaking skills, your communication skills in English, I would say, because English is the most preferred language all over the world. Cleared, gets your thoughts structured, how to say, how to express, how to believe, right? If these things are clear, not even HCLTech, any company would hire you, and at a very high package. Yep.
So can I say this is something that you would advise or give as an advice to these students as well? Like, yep. Okay. So thank you so much for actually coming here, giving us such insightful informations and all as well. And I hope next year also we get to see you here. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. And for more such content and to know more, learn more from industry experts, do follow us.